Hey, YouTube world, Ed Kirkpatrick. Thanks for dropping in. Yep, gonna tell you what happened. Gonna give you the whole skinny, the whole rundown. You ain't gonna wanna miss this one. No, you ain't. Yeah, Jemison, Alabama. Yep. So, I heard about it and went online and registered, and took a while to get an email back saying, yeah, you can come. I said, well, I'm a YouTube channel. He said, if you're a YouTube channel, let you know. But I said, that's okay. We've already selected the YouTube channels. Oh, okay. I figured I wasn't big enough. And that's all right, you know. I don't care. But, you know, I just wanted to know if you had a YouTube channel, so I let them know I did. It wasn't special. Wasn't expecting any special treatment or anything. So I made reservations. You know, I like to stay in Verbos. It's just a little more money and a whole lot more fun. And, you know, away from the city most of the time. And so GPS, all that says 4.5 hour drive from the house. This ain't bad at all. Well, leave out on can't remember what day it was. Friday. Yep, Friday. And I got to running late because I had a few more errands to run. And anyway, some things that need to be buttoned up before I left town at work, or make sure somebody's going to take care of it while I'm gone. Even though I was just gone the weekend, there's things that you got to watch. Anyhow, so I left out of here at I think it was 3 o'clock. 4.5 hour drive. I'm gonna gain an hour when I get into Alabama, so it's a 3.5 hour drive by the clock. So let's see, that put me there about 6:30. Well, I forgot about something in Georgia that's it's a sore spot of Georgia. I hate to tell you, but it's Atlanta. Yeah, it is. Well, I hit Atlanta. Atlanta's 2 hours from here. I hit Atlanta right at rush hour traffic, 5 o'clock. Oh man, now I gotta go straight through Atlanta. Ain't no use to get on that thing that goes around and around. And it used to go down south and come back up by the airport. Just as daggone. Atlanta sucks. In more ways than one, especially driving. So it was 35 down to 10. 35 down to 10. Stop. Then go. It took me an hour and 30 minutes to get through Atlanta. Yeah, it did. So I got to the other side of Atlanta, and it was tight all the way out to Carrollton, Georgia. A lot of bedroom communities that drive into Atlanta to work out that way. And we're talking 40 miles out of Atlanta. You can look at, when you come down this one hill, you can see the skyline of Atlanta. Pretty, but don't go there if you ain't got to. But so we got into Alabama and things are rolling pretty good and everything. Got to get some gas. So I did Buc-ee's. Yep, right there in Leeds, Alabama, just before you get to Birmingham, just before I got on the bypass that goes to south of Birmingham. Bass Pro Shop across the street and Buc-ee's. So you know this is one busy place. Pulled in there and there's 235 gas pumps. I don't know why the odd number, because there's 2 on each side. Must be a kerosene pump. I don't know. Anyhow, I had to wait. Drove up, down. Finally I seen somebody pull out. Got that spot. People almost fighting over spots. The trouble is, I noticed as I was filling up, people pull in, fill up. They pay at the pump with a card, you know. Then they walk inside and leave their vehicles blocking the pump. And they go inside Buc-ee's. Well, if you ain't never been in the Buc-ee's, I can tell you, I don't care if it's your first time or your 20th time, you're going to be in there 10, 20 minutes. At least 20 minutes. I don't care if you're a seasoned Buc-ee shopper. Yep, and got the little card thing. You're going to be in there a while. So that blocks all the pumps. People would just fill up, get in their little car, just pull up to a parking spot and go in. It all works smoother. But 9 out of 10 people fill up, get out and go in the store. Leave their truck, car, blocking the pump. And that 1 out of 10, they just get back and ride off. They get gas. They don't move. They don't care about going into Buc-ee's. They just stop there for the price. But anyhow, I went to Buc-ee's and I filled up and I parked. I used my handicap card. Parked in a handicap spot. Went on in there and, you know, got me a sandwich. Whole thing of milk. Looked around, you know, how you gonna look around? A couple people in there, they had the Buc-ee's, you know, mascot all dressed up. He's walking around hugging pictures, people taking pictures. I mean, hugging children, people taking pictures. And then a little truck in there, people getting, you know. Somebody stopped me, would you take a picture of us? I said, oh, I'll be glad to. So, then I got through with that, and another family said, would you take pictures with us too? I said, yeah, sure. So, yeah, that's kind of cool. That's fun. Yeah, they, you know, stuck the little fat kids up there on the truck that's full of little Buc-ee's in the back and get the picture took. Yeah. Then they all get the picture took. You know, take them all. Anyway, I said, hey, get over here, do this, do that. Yeah, you know, we're just over here. No, go ahead. You get over here to picture too. We're just going to take a picture of my grandson. I said, no, y'all all get in the picture. You know, I had their phone, so what they going to do? So, yeah, you know, that was fun. Then I walked outside, kind of looked around and everything. This place has got to do, it's got to do $2 million a day. Man, it's just, I don't know what they do. It's ungodly amount of money. Then I got my Jeep, you know, fired up, backed up, and I was fixing to drive out. When you drive out, you look over there in the distance, and there's 25 Tesla chargers there, you know, for them people who got them electric vehicles and Teslas and whoever else. There wasn't nobody over there. Nobody. Look back. That's kind of neat. Kind of weird. Anyway, drive on out of there and get the code to get in the gate to the Verbo. Had a little trouble finding the Verbo. Google and the map, then the map the host sent me, none of it made sense. So, you know, me, old country boy, I just stopped and asked somebody. I said, yeah, that place is on down yonder, about 3 more miles, and you turn on that water road, and there's a gate there, and when you get back in that gate, I don't know what happens, because I ain't never been through the gate, but that's where you going, I'm telling you that right now. It's all right. So anyhow, you know, get there, numbers in the gate, get on in there, ride on down there. Of course, I had a picture of the house, you know, from the Verbo. I mean, I'm at the end of the road at this place. This place is so back in nowhere. It's a hunting club, too, on either side of the road as you're going in there. Yeah, Southeastern Hunting Club. I called the number, it's $10,000 a year, if you remember. I'll pass. But, yeah, it's thick woods. I mean, it's 8 miles in there. In the road starts out this nice little asphalt road and it turns into crap. I mean, quicker than a chicken can poop. And the road is gravel and potholes and asphalt just cracked up and broke up. And then more gravel and it's horrible. If you had a Corvette, you wouldn't want to drive it in there, I can tell you that. So anyhow, get to the place, get in there, go inside, turn all the lights on, and as a rule, when I rent one of them things, I, you know, talk to some friends of mine and say, hey, y'all going to this thing? I got a place to stay, you know. It's paid for it, so, I think it's got 2 more bedrooms. So anyway, it's 2 YouTube families, channels, that took me up on the offer. And I'm not going to tell you who they are, because they all done their Jemison videos. They didn't mention it, so, they want to keep it a secret, Yep, they stay with Ed in the middle of damn nowhere. Anyhow, really nice place. It's a $1 million house on the lake. Really nice place. So I go in there and looking for the guest book. After I get the lights on and, check all the house, see which room I want, and figure out which rooms would be best for them based on the number of children they got. And I can't find no guest book. There's always a guest book at a Verbo. First thing it tells you is, welcome, da-da-da-da-da. And it gives you the Wi-Fi code, emergency number, emergency fire number. And you turn the page and there's the house rules. Then you turn the page and there's recommended restaurants and attractions in the area. And then usually near the end there's a place, when you get through it, would you please, sign the book. Let's go. This place didn't have one. Oh, damn. I booked this from a real estate agent. She owns the house. I always look to see who owns the house or rent. You can do that. Go to Q Public in the county and the state. You can figure it out. Anyway, so I text her, what's the Wi-Fi code? And I don't hear nothing for 2 hours. Oh, I don't know. They just redid the Wi-Fi today. The last guest destroyed the other one. And I'm thinking to myself, it's about as much BS as I can take now. Guests don't come destroy the Wi-Fi. I'm not sure she even had Wi-Fi. I think it's about the 3rd or 4th time she's rented it out. I don't know. Well, I said, yeah, great. There's a Wi-Fi box here. It looks like it's working, but we don't have the code. And 30 minutes went by, and she texted back, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do about it. It's the weekend. And I'm like, lady, when you book a Verbo, they ask you usually, what's the purpose of your trip? Yeah. We are YouTubers. We're renting the house out to go to the Pedals for the Past gig in Jemison, Alabama. And we're YouTubers. Well, YouTubers gotta have Wi-Fi. I mean, people that do it for a living, not me. It didn't bother me, but it really made me feel bad. The 2 YouTube families that stayed with me didn't have no Wi-Fi. They couldn't upload the videos. Don't get me wrong, when you plan a trip like this, you can go to YouTube Studio and you can upload your videos. You can upload 4 or 5 at a time. Then you can put on what date and time you want them to come out. But sometimes people don't do that. I'm going to upload tomorrow's video tonight. Whatever, we didn't have no Wi-Fi. Of course, when we had no Wi-Fi, the TVs were Wi-Fi. We didn't have no TV, which really don't rip. I don't think none of the crew wanted to watch TV. It might have been nice to help put the kids to bed. Put it on YouTube TV and a cartoon. But anyhow, so that was a letdown. So got up next morning early and I went down to the dock with a fishing pole right at daylight. Throw it out there, 3rd cast, I hooked me a big old bass, man. That thing, I seen him, that big. Yeah, I seen him. I didn't touch it. I got him right up to the dock. Gonna reach down there and grab him, and he flipped just one more time. Plop. Man, he was a good 4 or 5 pounder. He was a fat belly little tucker too. Cast a few more times, then I hooked a little small bass, you know. So I heard people getting ready to leave, you know, them YouTubers, they got to be there early. They had the tents to set up, you know, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so, yeah. So I'll go up there and get my stuff ready and head to the event. And I'll get there around 9 o'clock. People are just starting to pile in. Probably already 70 to 80 cars there, and I'm rolling in. I bet you there's 400 cars for 10:30, but they had it planned perfect. They had these young boys volunteering, you know, wearing these colored jackets to let you know they would direct you. You turn one corner and one point this way, and you could go this way, and another one standing there, turn this, and they put you right in the parking spot. And they had theirs, they had painted in the grass, nice grass field. Thank God it didn't rain, it'd been a muddy mess. All them rides. But that was very well organized there. Pull in there and to get out, you know, and took my ball cap off, and I put this hat on because I know a lot of people probably recognize me by this hat because I wear this hat most of the time when I do videos or when I'm out in the woods. So, get out, get my, you know, self together, look in the mirror, but sure ain't got mustard on my chin because I stopped at a Sonic, got me a breakfast burrito. Anyhow, so I'm trucking across there and I finally get to the pebbles, you know, the gravel. It's pedals of the past, not pebbles, but anyway, I hit some pebbles, rocking in these pebbles. I see this little pathway. I go down there and I'm seeing these little things set up there, you know. People starting to move around here and there. And I heard, Ed! Ed, over here! In a woman's voice. I'm like, what the heck? Turning around. She's waving at me. Recognized her right off the bat. You can't miss Andale from Andale Homestead. Yep, can't miss her. Get over here, boy. Give me a hug. You know, Aaron gave her a hug. She said, hang on a minute. Got to take a picture. Felt selfie stick up there. We took a picture. Give her a good old hug. Wanted to kiss her on the cheek, but I don't know. It wasn't appropriate at the time. Plus, she had on a lot of makeup that day. Shh, don't tell nobody. I would too. Anyhow, after traveling that far, she come to North Carolina there. So I walked around and I got to see the walkers for a minute or two. This was early too. I think I said hello to Cassie and gave Gary a nod. And Ranger, I talked to him and he told me about his channel, so I went over and subscribed to his channel, Ranger's Life. Yep. If you ain't been there, you need to go there. That's Cassie and Gary's son, the oldest boy. It's if you have trouble finding it, he's probably got enough subs by now but people are having trouble finding it because you got Rangers, you know, Army Rangers, Army Ranger Life. But one of his videos, his first videos he did was Ranger's Life 4-H. If you go there, it should pop up. Anyhow, yeah, he had like 33 subs at the time. I think when I left out of there, he had a couple hundred. But Cassie and Gary ain't throwing him out there. Said, nope, he's got to earn it. He's loading his own videos. He's filming his own videos. He's editing his own videos. And I said, well, good. Yep, he'll figure it out. And it's got some good stuff on there too. Anyhow, I got to see them. And then I got to see Brandon Eddie. Him and Stephanie were there. And the kids. Leighton wasn't there. He's taking care of the farm. And got to see Captain Case in there. And they was doing good. They had people it just started like, you know, when I just got there, everybody started. There wasn't a line in any booth when I got there. After spending 10 or 15 minutes at this booth and that booth and moving on to the next booth, there were lines. Cassie and Gary had a line. Brandon had most people come to Brandon's and then flip over to Cassie and Gary's, or either they do the other way, come to Cassie and Gary's, be working themselves this way and flipping Brandon's, but they kind of flip and flop back and forth. It's kind of funny. I watched them go up there, and Jason Coghill Farm, man, he must have had 15, 20 people in line all the time just to get up there and spend a few minutes with him, which is kind of cool. And so he's popular, people watch him, and he's well liked, yeah. And anyhow, I found a taco truck, a real deal Mexican taco truck. All the writing on the taco truck was in Mexican. Yeah, nary bit of English on there. Taqueria, I don't know. I can't speak that stuff. So I said, well, it's gonna be good. The one on where, and it had this little picture menu, you know. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's number 2 right here. There's 2 kind of sort of tacos with cheese thing on. Yeah. Anyway, ate them things. Drank of water. They wasn't charging but $1 for a bottle of water. I thought that's decent. I think I've been someplace they won't charge you $3 for a bottle of water. Anyhow, then I got to look around a little bit. Man, I got to think about it. There was that number 6 on there that looked like some kind of taco that was dipped in some kind of red sauce and then turned up and down and fried. That thing looked good. So I went back. Give me one of them. He did. I ate it. Oh, it's delicious. I never had one of them. I don't know what you call them. It's kind of like a chalupa that's been soaked in a red sauce. I don't know. There's a name for it. Y'all probably know. Anyhow, I ate that thing. It's getting on about 12:30, 1 o'clock. I'm wearing this hat. And the weatherman got it wrong. He said it was going to be 84 degrees that day. Well, it was 90. Then and I was sweating bullets wearing this hat. God dang. I run into old Gene there. Get to random things I do. We talked, shot the breeze a minute. And I said, dang, you know what? I said, it's getting hot. He said, yeah, it is getting hot. He said, I had to go change t-shirts. I said, yeah, you had an Eddie Farm t-shirt on when you got it. He said, yeah. Yeah, that thing looking nasty. It started to stink. Wore it last night, don't tell nobody. So, okay. So I had to go get another t-shirt. And I said, well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back to the house. Take me a nap. So that's what I did. About 2 o'clock, I pulled out of there, went back to the house, took me a good nap. Got up, threw back out there a few times doing some fishing. And went down the street to a little barbecue place and got me a sandwich and brought it back. Dang, a good barbecue place. Called a Hickory Chip, Clanton, Alabama. And that place is packed. Packed. I just went in and got a little to-go order. I was going to sit down and eat, but it's like a 20-minute wait to eat. But to go order, you go in this line. So I went in that line and just got there real quick. But anyhow, then the thing got over. All the YouTube channels that were staying with me, they came in. We all sat on the back deck, had a pretty good time. And cried because we didn't have no Wi-Fi. Oh, man. Anyhow, that was the trip. The nursery there is beautiful. I mean, I've seen nicer nurseries up around Athens, Georgia. I'm not knocking it, but you know, it was a nice nursery. I wanted to buy some cactus, and I know that's kind of strange, but it's what I'm planting out there at my cabin land. It's cactus. Yep. Cactus keeps a lot of things away. So anyhow, asked one of the ladies there, she said, yeah, over there in that little barn, greenhouse barn thing over there. So I went over there and said, we got a few, not many. And I went in there and they didn't have nothing like I was wanting. No. Just a few of them, little cactus. They had a lot of succulents in there, you know. They was in there with the cactus because they like the heat. They had it humid in there. But anyhow, I didn't get no cactus. Oh, doggone. Anyway, that's the truth about Jemison, Alabama, and Petals for the Past. Will I go back next year? Will I go to the spring one? I doubt it. I doubt it. It's well put on, well organized. Got to meet a lot of people. It was fun. I don't know. There's something about that place I don't like. Anyhow, that's it. That's my opinion, 2 cents worth, and I'm sticking to it. Sacred on YouTube. It's Kirkpatrick. God bless you. Thanks for stopping by. Adios.